My family had 4 generations of just sons. And when I arrived, they said, to have faith in God, a daughter shall arrive. And so the name Iman really means to have faith. I was raised in Somalia, which is a country in East Africa. In 1969, my country had a coup, a military coup. It was a very scary time. So my mother had come up with the idea one night that we should flee the country. And Somalia has a border with Kenya, so she decided that that's where we're going to go. We really started fending for ourselves for the first time in our lives. We used to go to school in a chauffeur-driven car, and now we were trying to take care of ourselves. So I'm attending Nairobi University with 2 jobs on the side, and this man stopped me in the street. He asked me if I have ever been photographed. And I said, of course I have been photographed. And he said, by what magazine? Now mind you, I have never seen a fashion magazine in my life. But there was only one magazine I've seen with my brothers, and that was Playboy. So I told him I'm not that kind of a girl. And so no, he said, no, it's not that kind of a magazine. And he said, I'd like to take your photographs. And I kept on walking and not really paying attention to him. He said, I'll pay you. And then I stopped and I said, how much? He said, well, how much do you want? And all I could think of was the tuition for the university. And I said, $8,000. And he said, you got it. And of course, as we all know it, and the man was Peter Beard. He discovered me. I wasn't lost to be discovered. I always tease him, who discovered who? So he took pictures of me, and all the transaction was done, and I thought that was the end of that, and I went back to my life. One day, a friend of mine, I had no phones. Remember, I'm in campus. And she said, listen, the guy, Peter Beard, said that you should come to my office because they're going to call you from New York. So I went there and waited for his call, and he got very excited on the phone, and he had Wilhelmina, who owns Wilhelmina Agency. And they were very excited. She saw the pictures, and she wanted me to come to New York to be a model. The plane ticket arrived. I board on a plane. I leave. I come to Gotham City, New York. Everybody has talked to me about it. Oh, how exciting it will be. How this, I have imagined it to be this metropolis. I arrived, and there was a garbage strike. I have never seen so much garbage in the streets of New York. It looked worse like than any African country. I swear. I thought, this is it. This is Metropolis. And so Peter tells me that he has arranged for a press conference. So the next day, I am splattered all over the newspapers in the city. And I was walking down the street with Peter going to a restaurant or something, and this young girl came running to me, and she gave me a piece of paper and a pen. And she said, give me an autograph. And I had no concept what an autograph was. So I said, what do you want me to do? She said, sign your name for me. And I signed. And I was wondering, what was she going to do with it? So I gave it to her, and I was perplexed. What did it all mean? To see your pictures everywhere, to see how people treat you when you walk into a room, and how you're thought of bigger than life, because you are bigger than life. You're not the size you are in real life. Pictures is another thing. It was all new and exciting and scary, because you have to understand, at that time in 1975, there was only another black model who was known. That was Beverly Johnson. So it was just me and Beverly Johnson. Needless to say, there were a lot of other black models who were working and doing runway. But runway and photography were totally separate. Girls who did photography didn't do runway, and vice versa. This applied to both Caucasians and black models. So I was the one who actually stepped over that line. I was the first model who started with photography and did photography, and then went to conquer runway.